Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Topic of the Hour. This is Sword Knight 07, and with me is a cup of tea for two. Say hello.
Hey!
And today we're going to talk about something that a cup of tea for two wanted to discuss for a while now.
There seems to be some type of controversy or misunderstanding about what an apology consists of. So I guess today's podcast is Apology 101. And for anybody who's not sure, can't remember, want a little clarity, this is it. An apology has 3 parts. Number 1, I apologize. 2, it was all my fault. 3, what can I do to make it better?
Right, because most of the time people seem to think like, oh, I'm sorry, that just fixes it immediately when it really doesn't. It's what you're going to do to make up for it.
You just can't blow it off as if it's nothing. Because if the person has value to you, if they mean something to you, if they're important, then we want your apology to be sincere. And it is your responsibility to smooth over and make the victim or the person that was hurt or insulted to feel 10 times better. And it seems like we fall short of doing the right thing when we offend someone.
But, and I know most people will say, well, in this day and age, for some reason now, everyone is more hell-bent on playing the blame game or saying the person in question who's the victim is the one at fault and yada yada yada. But we're not going to go there. We're just going to stay on the I'm sorry issue in itself.
And an apology is an important thing. It's important because you want to make an amends. You want to make things better. You want that person to trust you and to believe what you say. So it's important to do the right thing, to get out of the doghouse or out of the oven so that your relationship can begin to mend.
Now, I'm pretty sure some people are already going to say, oh, well, what? Well, doesn't it depend on what happens, or doesn't depend on this or depend on that? Yes, it does depend, but I think most of the time, me personally, I like it when both parties can just kind of talk it out, see what happens, and maybe we can make amends, but most people aren't exactly like that, well, not like me, but I think we need to learn to talk more instead of just saying one thing, letting it go, or just letting stuff build up. Because if there isn't a lot of talking, you have more build up, and that does nothing good later down the line.
Well, communication is important in any relationship that you have. But when it comes to an apology, we have already decided who was at fault. So there is no misunderstanding. You did it. You did something that you should not have done, or you lied. So it is you who needs to apologize. And don't forget, there's 1, 2, 3 parts to it.
Which is, I'm sorry, it was all my fault, and what can I do to make it better? This is something that should honestly be mandatory in my eyes, but in this day and age, we seem to get less and less of this. And I think...
I don't know where there's less and less. I wonder, do people even care anymore? I mean, we used to say we're sorry, and then we turn around and do the same thing again, or we don't even recognize the fact that we did something. So today, Apology 101 is to try to make people's relationships better amongst one another. And that's just our goal for today. Thanks for listening, guys.
and we will see you next time. If you like this video, then perhaps we can come back to it and continue on regarding apologies, either when it comes to friends, relationships, etc. Just let us know in the comments. So we will see you again next time.